Now we are going to see about the array implementation of Q, that is static implementation of Q using array, right? So I have already said the Q has two ends. It has the front end and rear end irrespective of the stack. Stack is having only one end, which is denoted by the top. So both insertion and deletion happens only from that end. But in Q it has two ends. So insertion will be happening at one end and deletion will be happening at the other end. Now we shall see about the operation of Qs in the array. Okay, now I have created an array like array of 100. That is, it has the elements from 0 to 99. Since I have named the array as Q, yes, so I have named the array as Q, that is Q of 100. It's similar to A of 100. So the values will be from A of 0 to A of 99, right? Index will be from A of 0 to A of 99. Likewise, here I have created the array name as Q. So Q of 100 means it will be having the value Q of 0 to Q of 99. In the initial position, the rear and front value will be set to -1. As like in stack, there we have set the top value for -1 because the Q is empty. Similarly, here we are setting the rear and front value to -1. Since the Q is empty, it is not denoting to any of the elements in the Q. Now, NQ here, I have said in the previous video, the insertion will be called as NQ and the deletion will be called as DQ. Yes. In stack, we called that as push and pop. In Q, we are calling them as NQ and DQ. So, first I am NQ of 5. That is, I am inserting the value 5. Where it will be inserted means it will be inserted in the 0th position, Q of 0. Now, front will be same. The front value will not be changed, but the rear will be moving. Once you insert new items, the rear value should move along with the item. Okay, so the front value will be staying there, that is front will be same -1, but the real value will be updated with +1, that is rear value becomes 0 now. Once you enter anything and so you insert any new data, the rear value get incremented. Yes. Now I am NQing 10 and 15. I am inserting two datas. After 5 the 10 will be inserted, then NQ 15 means after 10 the 15 will be inserted. So the real become 1 now and 2 now. Okay, since we are inserting two datas, it is incremented by 2. That is, here rear will be 0 and when it points to 10 it will be rear equal to 1. When it points to 15 the rear is 2. Now I am DQing. DQing means I am popping an item out. So how will you pop? In Q, as I have already said, the first item will be popped out first. The first inserted item will be popped out first. So the first inserted item is 5. So 5 should be popped out. That is 5 should be deleted. So the 5 was removed and the 10 and 15 will be there. Now the front pointer will be incremented. Okay. Whenever you insert any new item, the rear pointer should be incremented. Whenever you delete any item, the front pointer should be incremented, right? So here actually deletion means we are not at all deleting that element. It will be there only. It will be in that position. Suppose if this array starts with the address 100, yes, so in 100 the 5 will be there. It was not deleted. It will be like we will be moving the front value to the next position and it won't be considered while displaying. So the remaining items, the items between front and rear only be displayed, not the 5. Okay. Similarly, we have seen already about this in stack. There also when we are popping out any item, we won't be deleting that item. Just we will be decrementing the top pointer so that the reference won't be there, so that we won't be displaying that item while displaying from top to the end, right? Now I am DQing the second item. So the second inserted value is 10. So that second value 10 will be removed. So removing means just I am increment the front pointer. So front will be not 0, it will be +1, that is front equal to 1. Now again I am DQing, so the last inserted item 15 will be deleted at the last. So the front value will be just incremented. The real will be same. The rear will be 2. It won't be any change. The front will be incremented. So front is 2. Okay. So this is how the NQ and DQ operation works. That is, whenever you insert an item, the rear pointer will be incremented 1 and initially the rear pointer will be -1. When you want to put an item at the first position, rear pointer will be incremented 1, that is rear of 0. In rear of 0, the value will be inserted. Next, if you want to insert 5, the rear will be 1. Next, if I want to insert 15, the rear will be 2. Until then, the front, there won't be any change in the front. It is always minus 1. When I want to DQ, the first element inserted will be deleted first. So, the 5 will be deleted first. So, here the front, now I don't want to change anything in the rear pointer. Just as I want to increment the front pointer. So, front will be 0. When I want to DQ the next element, that is 10, the front will be 1. When I want to DQ the next element, the front will be 2. Yes, it will be like this. Now, we will see the status of the stack. This is the status of the queue and the value of pointer. How come using the value of the pointers front and rear, how we can find the status of the queue? Yes, whenever the front is equal to rear, the status of the queue will be empty. Yes, here front is equal to rear. Yes, rear is minus 1, front is also minus 1, the queue is empty. Here you see the front is 2 and rear is 2. So both are same, so the queue is empty. So whenever the value of front and rear is same, the queue will be empty. Yes, now rear, when it will be full, when the rear value is size minus 1. So whenever you insert an item, actually this is size, queue of size. It will be like queue of size, right? So size, I'm using a macro size which I have defined as 100. So queue of 100, right? So when the stack will be full, when the queue will be full, when means whenever you insert any item here, the rear value will be incremented. When the rear value is size minus 1, here what is size minus 1? Size is 100, so size minus 1 is 99. When it is rear value is 99, then it is denoting that queue is full. When every data is inserted, when the rear is at 99th position, the queue will be full. So when we can say it as full, when rear equal to size minus 1. So when it has only one element, rear equal to front plus 1. So here it has only one element. That time you see the rear value is front plus 1. Minus 1 plus 1 is 0. So the rear value will be front plus 1. Similarly, here also I am having only one item. Here rear equal to front plus 1. That is rear equal to 2. So rear equal to front plus 1 means 1 plus 1, 2. Yes. So whenever you have only one element in the queue, then the status of the pointers will be rear equal to front plus 1. Are you clear? So using these conditions, you are going to implement the queue using C programming. Yes. Now, so void main. So now we are going to create it using the array. So void main. Here declare the array. Since we are going to implement using the array, queue of, I'll declare using a macro size. So here hash define size of some 50. So I'm declaring size value is 50. So queue of 50. I can store 50 items as 0 to 49 in this queue. Now we have to set the front and rear value to minus 1. Yes. So set the front and rear value to minus 1. Front equal to minus 1. Rear equal to minus 1, as I have already explained. Now so put it inside a switch case. Get the value as some choice. Get it in scanf. So inside this, my case 1 will be first enqueue operation. So first insertion, void enqueue. Yes. So enqueue means insertion. So before inserting some value into the queue, we have to check whether the queue is already full or not. So what is the condition for full? Rear equal to size minus 1. So just check it whether the queue is already full or not. So if rear is equal to size minus 1, then you can print queue is full. Else you can perform the operation. So how will you do the insertion? So if you are having a queue like this, suppose my first element is 5, second element is 10. So it will be in the position 0, 1, 2, 3, something 4. Okay. Now my front will be, suppose my front is minus 1. My rear is now rear equal to 1. Yes, here initially the rear will be minus 1. When I insert 5 it will be 0. When I insert 10 it will be 1. Now if I want to insert a new item 15 here at this place, so how can I do that? So first I want to increment the rear pointer. So rear pointer should be 2. So that rear pointer will be pointing to here. So I should increment the rear pointer. So rear plus plus, just increment the rear pointer. Now q of rear, that is q, this is my q, this array is my q. So q of rear, so this q of 2 value will be what? The new data. So get the data, yes, and put it there. So in scanf, just get the data, ampersand data. Okay, so q of rear, put the data. Okay, now so when I want to insert anything, how you can do is, you have to first increment the rear pointer, so it will be pointing to the next, so it is pointing to the index 2. Now just insert the data at that position, q of rear equal to put the data. So here the data will be put, so if I get the data as 15, the 15 will be put here at the index 2. Now next one is the dq. So void dq. Yes. Now so when you want to dq means removing an item. When you can remove an item, when at least there is only one item is there, you can remove that. When the queue is empty, you can't remove it, right? So first you have to check whether the queue is empty. What is the condition for empty? Front equal to rear. So check the condition. If front is equal to rear, then printf queue is full. Yes. Otherwise you can do the dq operation. Yes. So dq means what you have to do, as I have said, just you increment the front pointer. That's enough for the deletion. So in the else part, just to do front plus plus. Okay, just increment the position, that is enough. Okay, so for example 5, 10, 15, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. My front is minus 1 and rear is 2. Front is pointing here and rear is pointing here. Now if I want to remove this 5, just move the front value here. So front will be 0. Just increment the front pointer. Another one condition here while deletion is, whenever you delete, whether you have to check, like, see this, here the queue is empty now, but the front and rear is pointing to somewhere in the middle. Now whenever you insert any item, the new item will be inserted after incrementing rear, right? So rear will be 3, your new items will be put here. Your new item will be inserted here. But since the queue is empty, my new item should be inserted at the front, right? So whenever you delete an item, check whether front is equal to rear. Whenever front is equal to rear, we have already seen the queue is empty. So whenever front is equal to rear, the queue is empty. So just make the front and rear pointer pointing to minus 1. Okay, so here you just insert another condition, like if front is equal to rear, yes, front equal to rear equal to minus 1. Okay, this is for making sure that whenever the queue is empty, we are not inserting the new item in any middle of the queue. Just we want to insert the first item. When the queue is empty, we have to insert the item only at the first. So in order to ensure that condition, whenever we are deleting any element, we are checking whether front is equal to rear. If the front is equal to rear, then it means that the queue is empty, there is no element in the queue. So you just make the front and rear pointer again pointing to minus 1. Okay, so it comes back to the initial position, that is front and rear will be minus 1, the stack is the queue is empty. Okay, now the third operation now you are going to do is you are going to display. Okay, so how can I display? Void display. Yes, so how can I display? First thing, in order to display, I should be clear that the queue is not empty. Yes, so the same condition, I can check the same condition. If front is equal to rear, then printf q is empty. Sorry, here I have mistakenly put full empty. So whenever the front is equal to rear, then q will be empty. Okay, so if the q is empty, I can't display anything, right? So in the else part, how can I display? So just see the condition again. You see the front pointer, you see the front pointer here -1, so the value starts from the next of front, that is front equal to 0. Here the front is pointing to here, front of 0, but in 0 there is no item, it is starting from 1. So here front is 1, there is no item, the next of front is having some item. So where you have to start this loop is, you have to print the values between front and rear, not from the starting of the front, from the next value of the front. So you have to put the condition like, for I equal to front plus 1, I less than rear, I plus plus. Okay, then printf %d q of I, so that the front will be starting from front plus 1. Suppose this is my q I want to print. Okay, you see this is my q I want to print. So I am starting from, for I equal to front plus 1. So front will be starting from I equal to front plus 1 means I equal to 0, right? It starts from I equal to 0 and I less than or equal to rear. So I less than or equal to rear means it is the rear value is 2. So the I value between 0 and 2. So the loop runs for 0, 1 and 2. So it prints the 3 items, q of 0, q of 1, q of 2. Yes. So it starts from front plus 1 and ends from I less than or equal to rear and I plus plus. So between those things, it will be printing the q of I. Okay. Thank you.